Hello everyone, it's September, so lots of things happen, I guess. But more importantly, it's Ninth Doctor month! Am I the only one who actually goes yay for that? Okay. Okay, so new title sequence, new review, and for the first time ever, a pre-Matt Smith 21st century Doctor Who review. Okay, so I decided to go back and look at Series 1. So I will probably be doing various different reviews from Series 1. And I'm going to start off with The Long Game. The Long Game's a very underrated story in my opinion. I think it's a very good story. Not perfect and by no means brilliant, but I think it's definitely enjoyable television. Easily the standout of the episode is Simon Pegg as the editor, as he's really, how shall I phrase this? Chilling. No? Okay. The thing with Simon Pegg is that most of the roles he plays are very similar in the sense that he's a very likeable and ordinary, if you like, character. So the fact that he's playing a villain is pretty awesome, you know. Who wouldn't want Simon Pegg to be a villain? And this is something that I wish Simon Pegg would do more often. He is very good, and all his makeup and everything, it just looks really, really great. And of course, he has his boss, Max, or the Holy Jagrafess, or Mighty Jagrafess, that's it, not Holy, Mighty Jagrafess. Although he does become a bit holy towards the end. Okay, I'll stop with the bad jokes. So, this episode is new companion Adam's test trip, if you like. Presumably this is set just after Dalek, however he does know quite a bit about the Doctor, so obviously he must have spent at least 5 minutes in the TARDIS, because he doesn't seem so bothered about the TARDIS. You know, takes a little while to wear off, to be fair. I mean, it's dimensionally transcendental. Anyway, does Adam succeed at his test trip? No. Short answer. No. The problem with Adam is that he's not particularly compelling and not particularly interesting. There's very little to his character in that, which is a bit weird in all seriousness. No, seriously, there's very little you can really do with him because he's got nothing special about him. And he just comes across as a bit of a bumbling idiot, a bit of a Harry Sullivan, but written a lot worse and with, I don't know, a worse actor, shall we say? I'm not saying Bruno Langley's bad, I'm just saying his character's written badly, and so there's very little he can really do with the character of Adam, so it's a bit of a pity really, but oh well. I think the problem is that it stands out because we've got like Christopher Eccleston and Simon Pegg, two brilliant actors, with Bruno Langley with a badly written character and not really doing the best possible job. That's why Adam's not very popular, and that's why he fails in the episode. However, it's kind of like he's meant to fail because of the ending. So, you know, it's a great moment to have when the Ninth Doctor confronts Adam at the end of the story. I just think that's such a great moment. And the look on Christopher Eccleston's face and everything, it's just perfect. Really, really well done. So, you know, kudos to Christopher Eccleston for the entire series. Yeah, he is my favourite Doctor before you start, with Tom Baker sort of close second, possibly joint first. Okay, so Rose. I don't want to talk about Rose, and I'll leave it to a future review to talk about how much I hate Rose, which, you know, there are a lot of YouTubers out there I know who hate Rose. Lots of people, if they're true Doctor Who fans, hate Rose. And I'm saying true Doctor Who fans because most of the people I know who like Rose aren't like huge fans of the show. They just sort of watched it when David Tennant and Billie Piper were in it, which, in my opinion, Series 2 was awful. You can check out my reviews website to see my scores for Series 2, and, you know, I even write at the top, yep, Rose ruined the entire series, and she did. This episode, however, she doesn't really bother anyone, because she doesn't really do anything. So, kudos to Russell T Davies for not making her annoying. Although she wasn't exactly annoying in The Unquiet Dead. Maybe it was just Russell T Davies was having a bad day and decided not to write Rose into the script that much. To be fair, the episode isn't exactly focused around Rose, so with Rose not doing that much, it doesn't come across as a fault as such, it just comes across as an observation. Also, the interrogation bit was Simon Pegg's editor, interrogating that woman who turned out to come from the military or something like that. Can't remember, I only watched it recently. That's a great sequence, really well made in terms of the little holographic projection, and Simon Pegg is brilliant, you know, all the sort of liar stuff. I just think it's really good. So anyone who hasn't seen The Long Game in a long time and is a fan of Simon Pegg, come on, go and give it a watch. It's only 45 minutes. So, Satellite 5, of course, this sets up the location for the finale. Which, you know, it's a pretty cool location. It looks great, the sets look great, and the CGI model looks great. It was quite similar. Oh well. Who cares? At least this episode has a great alien in the Jagrafest that just... What the hell is the Jagrafest? No, seriously. What the heck is it? No idea, basically. So, sorry. No idea. The Jagrafest is a great creation, I guess. It looks great as a CGI model, and it works well with the rest of the characters, although it doesn't really do that much. However, I think this was... I'm pretty sure I read somewhere, probably in the shooting scripts, that it was budgetary issues. Originally it was meant to come down and attack the Doctor and Rose, but of course they couldn't because of the budget for the show. It was pretty low for Series 1 anyway. But, oh well. There's lots of little hints leading up to the Jagrafest, such as the temperature of the station and how it's much colder on floor 500, of course accounting for the Jagrafest. And the zombies look quite cool. They're working on the computer. It doesn't actually explain, though, how do they get to be zombies? What's controlling them? Okay, that could have been added in, but... oh well. There's also no aliens, which the Doctor points out, and it's all to do with all this financial universe. Yeah, let's not really go there. I understand why they don't have aliens in this episode, but do we really need to sit through all this stuff? The politics is a little bit boring, to be fair. Especially as we don't really have any idea what these creatures are. If they'd said something like, I don't know, the Exelons went bankrupt, or something like that, at least someone out there is going to go, oh right, that kind of alien, right, I get it. Rather than going about Martian Empire type thing. Is that hinting to the Ice Warriors, or not? That's what I want to know. Obviously it's not hinting to the waters of Mars, because, you know, it's water. Oh well. Mysteries of this episode. Also the little brain chip in their head, I think that's quite cool. I thought that was really, really freaky when I first watched the episode. And, when I was watching it the other day, I was just like, whoa, that is pretty creepy. But, in a way, it's a bit sort of gory, in a way, for Doctor Who, seeing someone's brain. And the skeletons are quite cool as well. On floor 500 with things open. And the whole snapping of the fingers thing is quite cool as well. So, yeah. Overall thoughts about the episode, I guess. There's not too much in this episode, so it's kind of difficult to review. However, as a one-off story that's sort of setting up everything, it's an enjoyable story. Simon Pegg and Christopher Eccleston really make the episode a lot better than it probably was. And for instance, if any lesser actor or actors took on those roles, it would be a pretty naff story, in all honesty. So overall, I'm probably going to give this episode an 8 out of 10. It's an enjoyable story, however there's very little in there that isn't really just sort of... yeah. It's a good episode, however, and as I said, the performances are great, the Jaguar-Fest looks great, and it actually it really hints into what's going to happen at the end of the big reveal about the Jaguar-Fest. So, yeah, it's a good episode. If you haven't watched it in a long time and you're not too sure about it, give it a rewatch. It's definitely worth a rewatch. And if you haven't watched Doctor Who for a long time and are looking for a series to sort of start rewatching, Series 1. That's all I need to say. Just watch Series 1. It's my favourite series. So, where to next for the TARDIS team? I wonder. Oh well. At least Rose isn't going to do anything stupid in the next episode. Oh dear. I'm saying nothing.